welcome back to my channel. My name's Kayla if you're new here, and today is the start of a 48-hour reading vlog. But this reading vlog is just going to be a chill, relaxed 48 hours of reading. It's not going to be like a readathon like most of these 48-hour reading vlogs tend to be. It's more just kind of like a day in my life that spans over 48 hours. I would like to do a lot of reading in the next 48 hours, but I've also got some other plans. So yeah, there's not really any reading goal, any amount of pages I want to get through or anything like that. It's just going to be relaxed. Sorry if the angle or the lighting changed. I had to stop filming to go eat lunch. But I was going to tell you guys in this intro clip what I'm going to be reading over the next 48 hours. So I'm in the middle of Restore Me. I'm a little over halfway through it. I'm on page 273. Still really enjoying this series. I think I mentioned in another video that I wasn't enjoying this one as much as Ignite Me, and I think that's still true, but it's getting better as it's going on. Just in the beginning, it was a lot of political talk, and it was moving pretty slow, but there's a lot more happening now, which I'm finding to be more interesting, so I'm looking forward to continuing this one over the next 48 hours. But other than reading plans, tonight my sister-in-law and her husband and my nephew are coming over for dinner just to hang out for a little bit tonight, so that's going to be fun. So I need to finish straightening up a little bit before they get here. So yeah, it's currently about 1:30 and I need to straighten up. I need to do a little bit of prep for dinner tonight, and then other than that I can probably sit and read for a little bit. I also need to walk for a little bit on my little stepper machine thing. Probably be a good idea to finish editing my video that's supposed to go up Friday and get that scheduled to go up. So I may or may not have time to read more before they get here. It just depends on how long all that takes. But I'll let you guys know when I've read a little bit more. So I just wanted to say my glasses are crooked and I know that. I stepped on them the other night. But I've ordered some new ones, but I don't have them yet. So I just have to keep trying to straighten them. But if y'all notice that, yeah, I stepped on them. So I bent the leg a little bit. And now they're crooked. So I was carrying the vacuum down the stairs and I dropped it. And it was full of everything bagel seasoning because I had just cleaned that up, which was spilt everywhere. So now there's everything bagel seasoning all over the stairs. It's lovely. Just lovely. The vacuum's fine, but I've got to clean that up now. This is a strange angle, but I guess we're just gonna go with it. So it's the next day. But it's like 5 o'clock in the evening and I haven't read any at all. Because I woke up this morning and I felt terrible and I had a terrible headache and it was just not good. I couldn't read at all. So I really don't want to scrap this vlog, even though I guess I didn't really read much in the vlog yesterday either. But I also don't have time to read anymore this evening because my husband will be off work soon and I've got to finish doing the dishes and then we're gonna go out for a date night. So hopefully I can get some vlog clips from that, and then I'll pick another day, probably Monday, to use as my second day for the 48 hours. But I actually do have a reading update, but it's not a great one. So I haven't read any more of Restore Me, but I had started listening to Writer's Retreat, the writing retreat. I'll put it up on the screen, but I started listening to that on audiobook. I was really enjoying it at first. I wanted to see why the writers were invited to this retreat. I knew something was up there and I was just really intrigued. I wanted to see what was going to happen, but I didn't like anything else about the story. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like all the weird random sexual content that did not seem to make sense at all to the plot in my opinion. It just felt like it was there to be grotesque, sort of a horror element. I hate when sexual content's included for a horror element as to make you uncomfortable kind of thing. It makes me uncomfortable, but not the kind of uncomfortable I'm looking for. So yeah, I didn't like that, but I did end up finishing that this morning when I was laying in bed with a terrible headache. and I just kind of zoned out near the end, and I didn't care about how it ended, so I ended up giving it 2 stars. I debated giving it 1 star, but I figure if a book's bad enough to get a 1 star, I probably won't finish it anyway. So probably pretty much the only way I give out 1 stars are if it's a book that I have to finish for some reason and I just hate it that much. So this one made me intrigued enough to want to find out what happens. I just didn't like the ending or pretty much anything else about it. Sorry, my only reading update so far has been a negative one, but hopefully Monday or whatever day I choose to be the second day for this 48 hours goes better. And sorry again for this angle. I'm just a floating head. I probably should have worked harder to find a better angle. Oh well. To be honest, I really just wanted my flowers in the shot, so. So it's Monday now, which is a few days later from when I started this vlog, but I explained that earlier in an earlier clip that I had a migraine the day that was supposed to be the second day of the 48 hours. So I'm just gonna do the second day today, and we can just pretend there wasn't a gap of time in between the two. And honestly, I probably could have just filmed 2 separate days anyway, and y'all wouldn't have noticed, but it just seemed weird. So it's not the day after the first day of this vlog, but we're just gonna go with it. So I woke up this morning and I started reading Little House in the Big Woods, which probably seems like a super random pick considering this is a children's book. The reason for that is this is for a different vlog that I'm filming this week, so I decided to go ahead and get started on that vlog, so I picked this up. So it's what I'm gonna be reading today, and this shadow on my face is really weird. It makes me look like I have a unibrow. I'm sorry. Hold please. I don't know if that helped or made it worse. But anyway, yeah, I started reading this book this morning, and that's probably all I'm gonna read today because I want to finish it. I'm on page 140 out of 237, so I'm definitely gonna fly through it because I read the first half of this book super quickly, being that it's made to read to little kids. But yeah, I'm gonna read this today, and then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do after I finish with this one. I might listen to an audiobook a little while I do some work on my computer. I'm not sure. But last night I started reading, I believe it's called The Locked Door by Freida McFadden. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'll put it up on the screen. But I started listening to that on audiobook last night, and I was really enjoying it, so I would like to continue on with that one today as well. And yeah, that's all my reading plans for today. As far as other plans, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I've got some things I need to work on my computer, and I probably need to make some bread, so I have some bread for sandwiches this week. And yeah, that's all I know so far, but I'll keep you guys updated. I just finished making dinner and I think my reading mood is gone for the day. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. I might read a little more of my audiobook tonight, but I don't think I'll be doing any more physical reading. So I think this 48-hour readathon has gone on long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed following me for these 2 days, even if they weren't 2 consecutive days. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot. And I'd love to chat with you guys down in the comments below. Let me know what books you've been reading lately. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.